Hi everyone, welcome back or welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Christina. If you're not, welcome back. So I'm going to challenge myself a little bit. We have 4 days to film this video, more like 3, because this is Thursday's video. It is Monday, this is going up Thursday night and I will have it no other way. In today's video, I'm trying to see how much of my January TBR I can read in the next 4 days before I lock in and finish my reread of The Lost Kingdom Saga by Laura Carter. So we have 2 books left in the Lost Kingdom Saga, so we want to get through as many books on my physical TBR that are on my TBR for January in the next 4 days so that we feel as productive as we can. I'm starting this slightly late. It is 3:05 on Monday night. It's Monday afternoon already. I have my current read, which is on the TBR, is In the Weeds by B.K. Borison. This is the second book in the Love Light Farm series. I really liked book 1. I think I audiobooked most of book 1 and I'm definitely doing this for book 2 because right now I am in a little bit of a gaming mood. I recently, as in this morning, I bought the new game Hytale that everyone is talking about. It's like Minecraft, kinda, but I'm having such a good time. I didn't let myself play a lot of it this morning because I knew I had to get stuff done today, and have I still not got anything done today? Yes. But we are gonna listen to this for a little bit. I have already listened to about 50 pages of this today. In this book we are following Evelyn and Beckett, and we did meet these in book 1 of this series, and we are following them. They had a one-night stand a little while ago, and Evelyn has recently kind of quit her job, said I need a break, I need to find myself. She's gone back to the small town that Beckett does live in, and turns out there's nowhere for her to stay. He ends up letting her stay the night at his place, and that's kind of how far we're in. I'm on page 96-ish, so I'm gonna get some of the audiobook listened to now while I sit and sink my teeth into more of Hytale. But let's go through some of the books that are on my January TBR that we could potentially get to in the next 4 days. I'm really hoping I can finish at least 2, but I'm gonna try and finish 3. So if you are a frequent watcher of my channel, you know this is my TBR basket. It's from Dunbar Club, but this is all of my TBR that I haven't read. I have actually only read 1 book off my TBR, and also today is the 19th. Yeah, today's the 19th of January, and I've read 1 book of my TBR. We have another 7 to go. I've read 4 books this month. It's been a bit of a slow reading month. I think I've really burnt myself out with Bookmas and reading so many books through October, November and December. I think I really did just burn myself out. So I've been taking my time. I've read every day this year. I've just not devoured books like I normally would, which is weird because I have had more time off work. But nevertheless, let's go through the books that we could potentially get to in this vlog. So obviously we are starting off with In the Weeds by B.K. Borison, but we could also do Assistant to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Mayer. I did try this a couple of days ago. I got about 20 pages in and was like, this is not for me, not the vibe that I was hoping for at that point in time. So I have put it down, but it's not like I'm not gonna read it. It's not in the mood for it at that current point in time, but I could be swayed. Then we have The Unmaking of June Farrow by Adrienne Young. I really want to get to this soon, but again, I want to be in the right mindset to pick this up, and that mindset's not came. Then we have Somewhere Beyond the Sea by TJ Klune. Honestly, this is one I think I might get to this week. I'm obviously doing the audiobook of In the Weeds right now, but I think after that I might start this audiobook and we can start audiobooking a book and reading a book vibe. So hopefully I will get to this. Maybe not finish it, but definitely start it in the next 4 days. We have The Night's Defying by Chloe C. Penaranda. I really want to read this book, but again, I don't want to rush it and I don't want to not be in the mood for it, so I have been putting it off. But potentially this is the one I'm going to go for after we finish In the Weeds. Then we have The Baby Dragon Cafe, which I have technically started on my Kindle, but I'm still only on chapter 1. It's what I've been reading while Love Island breaks are on. And then the last book that honestly I don't think I'm gonna get to because she's thick is Brimstone by Kelly Hart. Again, I'd love to get to this, continue this series, but we'll see what I end up getting to. So like I said, as you can see, there's only one book off my TBR that I've actually read, which was A Claiming of Souls. Honestly, the only books I've been reading this year are like, I read Power Play, which was an ice hockey romance. I read Secrets of the Dead, reread Secrets of the Dead for the 3rd time. Then I read A Claiming of Souls, and then I reread Legacy of the Heirs by Laura Carter for the 3rd time. Obviously getting in my Lost Kingdom saga reread before next month. So I've kind of been doing like one book, then reread, one book, then reread, but we need to get through some books in these next 4 days. And I want to get through as much of my TBR as I can before obviously finishing off my Lost Kingdom saga reread with Return of the Darkness and Myths and Lies. Without further ado, we're going to start off with In the Weeds, and then honestly I think I might go for The Night is Defying or The Baby Dragon Cafe, just because I have technically started The Baby Dragon Cafe, but I think after I finish this, my audiobook will probably be Somewhere Beyond the Sea. Okay, so it's been like, I think about 2 hours since I spoke last, like an hour and a half. And then I decided to jump off, and that got me about 50-ish%. And then I've just sat and read a little bit. And I'm now on page 212, which means I have about 90 pages left. But I'm really enjoying this. I'm enjoying Beckett and Evelyn, and they're just kind of getting together now. These are short small town romances. So I actually love BK Morrison's like newer stuff. I read First Time Caller in February or March last year and absolutely loved it. And I read Good Spirits in December and absolutely loved it. That book is literally perfection to me, 5-star read. And Christmas books don't tend to be a 5-star read, but that one was. So I'm currently kind of trying to get through a bit of her like backlist, which is the Love Light Farm series before but I'm Now Back to You, which is the 2nd book in the First Time Caller. That series is coming out in February, I want to say. I'm trying to get as far through Love Light Farms as I can. I'm probably only going to get through like the first like 2 before then, but it's not an issue. But obviously In the Weeds is book 2. Yeah, like I said, this series is small town romances. It is literally the epitome of a small town. Like they have like a text group that there's a curfew and you can't text it past 7, and there's meetings and there's pub quizzes and they all go and it gets feisty, and it's like the epitome of a small town. But I do think I'm probably going to go into either The Night is Defying or The Baby Dragon Cafe next. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to be in the mood for yet, but I know I'm going to finish this and I'm at least either going to continue The Baby Dragon Cafe tonight or I'm going to start The Night is Defying. It would probably be easier for me to continue The Baby Dragon Cafe. So I just finished In the Weeds by BK Morrison. I think I'm sitting on like a 3.5 star read. I really enjoyed it. Nothing special. I really enjoyed it though. Had a good time. Recommend the series. Especially if you like BK Morrison. I feel like reading her backlist, or even just reading authors' backlists of books that you love, authors that you love. I always find it fun to go back and see how they've come, how they've grown since then. So I did really like that, but I thought while we have a little think and yap about it a little bit, why not do my reading journal? So honestly, I did really enjoy it. I really enjoyed our characters. I thought it was really nice to get their story, obviously after meeting them both in book 1. I really liked Evelyn as a character. I thought she was very, I'm not happy doing what I'm doing, I'm going to take a break and then we'll go from there. I really did enjoy that, and I think it's something that people need to do more often, that if they're not happy, and even if it's their workplace or whatever, that they need to, sometimes you do just have to sit back and think about it. So I did really enjoy that side of it, and I really enjoyed Beckett and seeing him just like deal with like certain things. For instance, he really didn't like loud noise, and that was one thing that we saw him deal with, his family. He used to wear like earmuffs at his family's like dinners because it helped block out the sound but not completely, so he could still be in the conversations and things like that. I really enjoyed seeing that, and just also like the way the story went and the plot and how it kind of continued on after book one, I did really like. So honestly, I don't have any complaints. I just personally think it is a bit of like a 3.5 3-star book, which is like an average, so I feel pretty good with that. But I'm just filling in my journal ahead and put it on my A to Z challenge, and then I'm just going ahead and seeing if there's anything on book bingo I can put on. I can do Small Town Romance. Prompt challenge, I don't think we can do anything on there, so we'll leave that. And then reading tracker, we're obviously going to colour in a square for January and colour in box number 5 on my reading challenge, because that is the 5th book that I've read this year. We're just going to go on my bookshelf spread. We're going to find, I think it's probably about, because I said between a 3 and a 3.5, I'm going to sit with a 3.25, which we need to find this purpley colour. Colour in our little square. And then we're gonna go on my series and we're gonna colour in the second box on the Love Light Farm series. We are gonna go ahead on my January hopefuls and we are gonna colour in another square and put our rating on here, which will stick with a 3.25 star rating. Perfect. So I have a bit of a reading update on the Baby Dragon Cafe, and to be honest with you, it's not a very good one. I don't think I want to continue this book. I do think it will be a DNF. I'm currently on page 76 and I started reading it initially and I wasn't really vibing with the writing style, so I did end up switching to the audiobook, and I'm also then just not vibing with the audiobook. I'm not really that invested in the story, and to be honest, like, if I don't really like the writing style, so I don't want to physically consume it and read it, but then I'm not vibing with the audiobook either, so I don't even want to listen to it. I don't think there's much point of me continuing it just to finish a book and give it a low star rating. My first DNF of the year, but it will be a DNF because I'm not vibing with it, so I will be unhauling this. I'm also going to unhaul the Baby Dragon Bakery because, like I said, it wasn't just the story, it was also the writing, and I just couldn't consume it. So I will be unhauling both books, but that does mean that we do need to start a new book for this vlog. So technically we are getting through our January TBR because we've decided we're not going to continue this, but I think we're going to give The Night is Defying a go and we'll see how we get on. But I guess we're technically now 3 books through the TBR. I'll give you a bit of a reading update now. Right now it's Wednesday morning. I am gonna head off to work in like 20 minutes, but I thought I'd give a bit of a reading update before. So I ended up reading after I spoke to you yesterday, and then what I've read this morning. So first of all, I did end up starting The Night is Defying by Chloe C. Penaranda. I'm not very far in, as you can see, but I'm on page 44. So last night I read like the first couple of chapters. I got to page like 20 something, and then this morning I've just read another couple of chapters as I'm just getting back into this world. It's been a long time, so I thought, why not? And then I've been reading that physically, but also on my Kindle. And then this morning I was listening to Somewhere Beyond the Sea by TJ Klune. I don't know technically how far I am in here. I got to page 29. So yeah, I listened to this for about maybe half an hour and got to page 29 in this. So I also did that this morning. And then last night, like I said, obviously I read that little bit of The Night is Defying. But I also read my first Mail Club one from Laura. So last night I ended up reading the Contrados Coda. And honestly, I had the best time with it. This is the spread that I ended up doing for the Contrados Coda. So I used like the stickers. Obviously I did all the writing on this side, and I'm really happy with how like the this little page turned out. So last night, obviously I read it first, and honestly I had the best time reading it. It was so good, and I literally need February to already come so I can read the next one. But then I did the journal spread, so I used a lot of the things that obviously were given. So I used, like, I cut this off the sticker sheet. I used all the stickers as like decorations, and also I used like the Pillar of Passion. I used a wax stamp as well. Obviously the vellum paper, and then obviously I just wrote, and I wrote quite a lot. I don't normally journal, but it was what are your biggest goals, and I kind of just wrote about that. Hello, so I thought I'd give a reading update tonight before we go ahead and read for like the next like 20 minutes before I go to sleep. But I played some Hytale, I played some Animal Crossing, and I've ended up getting quite significant progress into Somewhere Beyond the Sea by TJ Klune. Obviously I only started this audiobook this morning, so I'm very happy with the progress that we have made. But I'm now on page 126, which is chapter 7 of this book. I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying being back in the world with the characters, and I just knew from the end of book 1 that I wanted to read book 2. Well, more listen to book 2, because I did listen to book 1 originally. I am 4 hours and 49 minutes in, so I'm a significant way in, nearly 5 hours, which means I've nearly listened to this for like 2.5 hours today, even though I probably listened for maybe like half an hour this morning. So I've probably done like 2 hours tonight since coming home from work. And then it says I have about 11 hours left. So that's like 5.5 hours tomorrow. Don't know whether I'll finish it tomorrow, but at least I'll make some more progress with it in the morning. And obviously I don't have work tomorrow, so hopefully I can listen to quite a lot. I'm gonna sit with my Kindle in bed for like I said, probably the next like 20 minutes and read a little bit more of The Night is Defying by Chloe C. Penaranda. I'm hoping to make a little bit more progress on this. Like I said, this vlog was just going to be what I end up reading through Monday to Thursday, and not even the whole of Thursday. So I mean, I don't really know what I expected, especially as I was working Tuesday and Wednesday, but I'm happy with the progress we've made on the TBR, even though technically I think we're probably going to end this vlog only finishing 1 book. But like, then we finished a book, we DNF'd a book, and we've started 2 others. I think it's quite good, because my only goal really was to get through some books on my January TBR, and I know even after this vlog I am not gonna start my reread of Return of the Darkness until I finished both of these pretty much. So I'll probably try and finish these like this weekend. Anyway, enough of that. I'm gonna sit, I'm gonna hop into bed, I'm gonna grab my Kindle, I'm gonna read some more of The Night is Defying before I go to sleep. Okay, it is exactly 2 p.m. on Thursday. We have 4 hours until this video goes out. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a reading update now, and then I'm gonna listen to my audiobook for a little bit, so hopefully we can get some more reading in. But last night of The Night is Defying, I did end up getting to page 75, so I'm making slow progress on this. It's a very small font, and when I'm reading it on Kindle, the chapters are like 21 minutes each. So, but 75 pages in, roughly. So, honestly, don't think I'll be reading any more of this before we end the vlog. I have made quite a significant progress in Somewhere Beyond the Sea. Once again this morning and last night I listened to the audiobook, and I'm now on page 187, which is chapter 9, and I'm having such a good time with this. I do think right now I'm gonna sit, I'm gonna play some games, I'm gonna put my audiobook on, and we'll just see how much more of this I can get done in like 4 hours. So I have 20 pages left of Somewhere Beyond the Sea. I'm at the epilogue, but there is meant to be a Harry Styles announcement in 2 minutes. So I thought, why not update you. But yeah, I just sat and read the last like 120 pages. So like I said, I have 20 pages left, which is the epilogue of the book. I'm so happy with how this is ending and the resolution of the story. I'm very, very excited to read the last 20 pages and wrap this book up. I don't think, based on this, I don't think there's going to be another one. Very much enjoying this. There's meant to be a Harry Styles announcement in like 1 minute because the We Belong Together website has had a different photo and the clock and the time. The pink hand has gone round. Okay, it's 5 o'clock. It's a tour announcement! Okay. Together, together, Harry Styles. He's doing 6 nights in Amsterdam. 6 nights Wembley, London in June. With Shania Twain? Oh my days. So it's called Together, Together. I knew it was 6 nights at Wembley, the 12th to the 23rd of June. With Shania Twain as the guest. I think I'm speechless. I'm just... Harry tour, Harry tour, Harry tour. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I need to know how to get tickets. When's pre-sale? When's pre-sale? When's pre-sale? Because I will be getting tickets. I won't have it any other way. Hold on. Let me see if they're on Ticketmaster. Not yet. There's no information though. It just says when they are. Oh, screaming, crying, throwing up. Harry Styles. Oh my god, there's a video. They're starting with 6 dates. Oh, there's gonna be more. So like, next week is tickets. I fear I can't like breathe or cope, or I fear I'm like going on the website. I'm loading the website. Okay, hold on. 26th at 11. That's Monday at 11 AM. Holy shit. I'll talk to you guys later. Okay, let's do a reading wrap up. I don't think I've quite calmed down from Harry Styles, but this video does need to go out, so. But in this book, technically we did 3. In this video, we technically did 3 books and started a 4th, so let's go through it. So obviously we started off with In the Weeds by B.K. Barroso, which was a 3.25. Very much enjoyed this small town romance, and obviously this was the first book we read and the first book, technically second book, off my January TBR, so very, very happy. And then we tried out the Baby Dragon Cafe, which did end up in a DNF at like 90 pages in, I think it was. Quite a decent way in. Not my vibe. I didn't gel with the writing style, and I also then tried to audiobook it to see if I would just consume it another way and still didn't gel with it. So this was a DNF, and it has then led to me unhauling book 1 and then book 2 in this series. And then the third book that we did finish is Somewhere Beyond the Sea by TJ Klune. I don't really have a rating for this right now. I think I'm on about 4.5 4-star rating. I really enjoyed this. I really enjoyed the continuation from book 1, which is obviously The House in the Cerulean Sea, and I really like that one. These are just cozy fantasies which are really nice to read and heartwarming and found family, and I absolutely love this series. I think it's so good and I definitely would recommend reading it. But I did do a mixture of audiobooking and physically reading this. And then the final book that we did start but haven't finished is The Night is Defying by Chloe Penaranda. In this book I got up to page 75, which is chapter 10. I was hoping to get a little bit further, but due to work and things I didn't get as far into this as I hoped I would, but nevertheless we did make significant progress in it, and I will definitely be continuing this before we start finishing off my Lost Kingdom saga reread. This is the books we've read, started, DNF'd, and yeah, I think very good. I'm very happy with also the such a short amount of time that I had to film this. I had maybe 3 days, if that, really, because I think I started it Monday night and obviously today is Thursday night. So I'm very happy with the progress that we made. The fact that we finished 2 books, obviously we did end up DNFing one and we did start a third, I think is pretty good, and I'm very happy with that. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. We made a dent on my January TBR, which I'm very happy about, but I really want to say thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. I think this vlog is pretty lengthy as I'm editing it, but let me know if you're a Harry Styles fan down below. Let me know if you're excited for tour. As you'll see in this, Harry literally announced tour like an hour ago, so please let me know in the comments. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.